we're facing off songs that are popular in 2024 versus songs that were popular in 2004. Who will win? Let's get started. First up, we have Yes And by Ariana Grande, first song of 2024 to debut on #1 on Billboard Hot 100. Let's have a listen. I've talked about this on Patreon, but I like this song. It's very close production-wise to Madonna's Vogue, but it's a sick song. It's really grown on me. The production's really sick. It's Max Martin and Ilya, two of my favorite producers, and it just sounds really good. They did a great job kind of updating that style. And here we have popular in 2004, same categories. The first song in 2004 debut on #1 on the Hot 100, and it's Yeah, Usher. Hey, this is 20 years ago. That's insane. She is going hard on that twerking. I've never seen such aggressive twerking. Right here. Whoa. This could probably come out now, and I mean, it sounds really good. Lil Jon, love that guy. I mean, that's freaking lit. Oh, that's so hard. If Yeah comes on the dance floor today, people will still go nuts. I wonder if the case will be the same with Ariana Grande's Yes And. I don't know. It's very few songs that have stood the test of time the way that Yeah has. I'm gonna give this one to 2004. Yes, I have a little, I was about to say pie chart. This is not a pie chart. This is just a whiteboard. 1 point for 2004. Next up for 2024, we have Lovin' On Me by Jack Harlow.
I'm vanilla, baby. I'll choke you, but I ain't no killer, baby. She 28, telling me I'm still a baby. I get love in Detroit like Skillet, baby. And the thing about your boy is I don't like no.
The way the bass hits nowadays is they're really perfected at mixing wise.
That's right. With your loving on me. Young Jackaka Rico like Suave, Young Enrique.
I like a lot of his stuff. That was it didn't have the pop appeal that I like about him. And here in 2004 we have Drop It Like It's Hot. Snoop Dogg featuring Pharrell Williams. I don't want to rate everything from 2004 higher. We'll see. Oh, those chords though.
Now ladies, see we kiss her. When the pimp's in the crib, ma, drop it like it's hot.
Come on.
Drop it like it's hot. Drop it.
How can you not love this?
Try to get at you. Park it like it's hot. Park it like
it's so fun.
Park it like it's hot. And if get an attitude, pop it like it's hot. Pop it like it's hot. Pop it like it's hot. I got the rollie on my arm and I'm pouring Sean down and I'm full of best. Cause I got it going on. I'm a bad boy.
Did you guys see the whole PR campaign where Snoop Dogg said that he was going to stop smoking? What was it? What was it for? Oh yeah, it was PR for a smokeless fire pit. That's like peak 2024 just in terms of commercialism. I'm gonna have to give this one to Snoop Dogg as well. Lovin' On Me is not as memorable. By the way, here's the disclaimer for you. This is about songs that were popular in 2004 and 2024. Not all of them were released then, just popular. Popular in 2024, Last Night by Morgan Wallen. #1 on the Billboard year-end chart for 2023.
And I say shit I don't mean, but I'm still gonna wake up on you.
He's got a cool voice.
I know that last night we let the liquor talk. I can't remember everything we said, but
it's very satisfying.
You told me that you wish I was somebody you never met, but baby, something's telling me this ain't over yet. No way it was our last night.
And for 2004, we have You're Beautiful by James Blunt. It was on the #1 album from 2004. I know already that I don't like the sonics of this song as much. He's a cool guy and he's very funny on Twitter and stuff, but his voice doesn't sit right to me.
My life is brilliant.
My
love is pure.
It's a terrible impression, sorry.
I saw an angel. Of that I'm sure.
Kind of like a
I won't lose no
passenger style voice. It's kind of small.
You're beautiful. You're beautiful.
This was just so annoying back in the day. They played it on the radio all the time and it got banned from some radio stations because people called in and were just like, stop playing this song. And nowadays people don't listen to radio. Maybe that's why. I'm going to give this one to 2024. I actually like Morgan Wallen's voice and the production quality is just incredible. Sounds so good. For 2024, we have What Was I Made For from Barbie, nominated for Best Original Song at the Oscars 2024.
When did it end? All the enjoyment I'm sad again.
Depressed Barbie song.
Tell my boyfriend it's not what he's made for. What was I made for?
It's like about the shame you can feel about being sad and like depressed. That's
Cause I don't know how to feel.
And from 2004, we have Into the West by Annie Lennox. That was in Lord of the Rings. And that won Best Original Song at Oscars 2004.
What can you see on the horizon? Why do the white gulls call across the sea?
Cool.
A pale moon rises. The ships have come to carry you home.
That was boring as hell. That one has to go to Billie Eilish. It's funny because sometimes, for me personally, I can feel like Billie Eilish's music can get a little sleepy. I'm more like, listen more to up-tempo music because I'm already naturally sleepy, so I need something to wake me up. But that Into the West was even sleepier. Okay, so right now we have 2 for each year. Oh, Joel, he's so balanced. Another thing that's changed a lot since 2004 are internet browsers. And Opera is the superior browser in 2024 and today's sponsor. It's blazing fast and has incredible features you probably didn't even know you needed. Here's some of them. A built-in ad blocker. Why did my previous browser not have this? No need to install dodgy extensions that often don't even work. A built-in music player that connects to 7 different streaming services. No more need to switch programs just because the song with the annoying tuba came on, like Next feature, Aria, an AI assistant built into your browser. Having AI built into the Opera sidebar makes so much sense and makes AI more useful because it doesn't interrupt what you were doing. It's using the latest technology, so you know it's top level. So here I am trying to come up with cool music facts, but I can't come up with any. So I just head on over to Aria right here. Give me 20 cool music facts. Oh, here's some good ones. In 2016, Mozart sold more CDs than Beyonce. Yo, musicians have shorter lifespans than the general population. I'm not sure if I like this cool music fact. Opera also has a free VPN. I love this. Privacy is obviously more important than ever. I love that a company as credible as Opera gives us one. Another feature is tab islands. No more drowning in a sea of unsorted tabs like in other browsers. This function smartly sorts tabs into groups and collapse groups you're not using right now to save space. Opera is also fully featured for privacy, meaning that what you do online is secure and not tracked, so they can sell your data like in other browsers. Basically, Opera is the best browser there is. Click the link in the description and enjoy browsing the web and being more productive like it's 2024 and not 2004. And on that note, let's get back to the video. Thanks to Opera for sponsoring. For 2024, we have Murder on the Dance Floor by Sophie Alex Bextor. So this was originally released in 2001, but it's having a resurgence right now thanks to TikTok.
If you think you're getting away,
Oh yeah!
prove you're wrong.
Funny.
I'll take you all the way. Boy, just come along. Hear me when I say
Those like faced pads that
it's murder on the dance floor. But you better not kill the
I mean, this is kind of a banger. That production is actually nice. It could probably work on one of the newer Dua Lipa albums. That was really well produced. And here we have for 2004, Sweet Child of Mine by Guns N' Roses. Originally released in 1987, but had a resurgence in 2004 as being part of a greatest hits album being released that year. Axl Rose was not happy about the release of the greatest hits album. The reason he didn't want it released was because he claimed it would distract from his upcoming album. Poor Axl. Such a funny voice. Ah, that's great. I think we made a video on that his voice has sadly deteriorated a little bit. Check it out if you want. It was not just about him, it's about a bunch of artists whose voices have deteriorated. It's still falsetto, but it doesn't have the same grit and it's a bit shakier nowadays, sadly. I don't know. I mean, he's had a good run, let's be real. Leave your anger in the comments. I'm gonna select 2024 Murder on the Dance Floor. I thought that was lit. There's so many amazing melodies and it's just so danceable. Sweet Child of Mine, fine song, classic. Okay, popular in 2024, Never Lose Me by Flo Milli.
He speeding a right, fall his hand on my coochie. He touching a millio poochie. Doing good, I'm Gucci. Fly to Asia, he feeding me sushi. When we f***ing, it feel like a movie. Route ain't never been a groupie. Still on a like my nigga bougie. Tell me you'll never wanna lose me.
I wish that could have been more sexual, you know? 2004, Dip It Low by Christina Milian.
Why not let him lay with you? That's when you give it to him good. Pick it up,
Okay, this beat kind of rocks.
pick it up, make it stack. Pop that thing. I'ma show you how to make it messy. Oh, dip it low, pick it
What do you think? Do you think this is as explicit? I don't think so. The other song was all like swear words and like literally saying coochie and stuff. I'm gonna give it to 2004 and Dip It Low. Not necessarily because of anything with the explicitness. I just thought the song was more interesting. Here we have Tyla's Water, popular in 2024. I just talked about this in autotune versus no autotune as well. She is the personification of being sticky. And take from that what you will. So Tyla might be the top contender as an artist to blow up in 2024. Many critics and articles praise her most recent single, Water. A little typo here, I'm sorry guys. Which has amassed an impressive 356 million streams on Spotify. That's a fair amount of streams.
Can you blow my mind? Set off my whole body.
Stickiest mirror ever too.
Make me sweat, make me harder, make me lose my breath, make me water, make me sweat, make me harder, make me lose my breath, make me water. Hopefully, you can last all night, don't get too excited.
That's a pretty groovy song. There's something like, it's like a little, you want to kind of do a little awkward dance. And from 2004, we have F It, I Don't Want You Back by Iman. Iman is a singer-songwriter who debuted with his album F It, I Don't Want You Back. He immediately charted on Billboard 200 and was believed by many to become the next big thing. Unfortunately, he never managed to reproduce the success, and today most know him only for this one song. Time will tell if Tyla manages to do what Iman couldn't. Wow. Big ups to today's researcher Jonas. A nice little twist.
Now that's all down the drain. You put me through pain. I wanna let you know I feel what I said. It don't mean shit now. The presents might as well throw 'em out. Go those kisses didn't mean jack. You, I don't want you back.
Noob mistake here. You eat the pizza before you start swearing at your girlfriend. I gotta say, that's kind of a novelty song, the F It song. I don't really care for it. I guess it was considered cool back then because it got so much swear words and like kind of sounded angry. I'm gonna give this one to Tyla with Water. That is a kind of groovy song. I like it. I can see why it's got so many plays. For 2024, we have I'm Just Ken by Ryan Gosling and his abs.
I'm just kidding. Anywhere else I'd be 10. Is it my destiny to live and die a life of blonde fragility? My name's Ken, and so am I. Put that manly hand in mine. So hey world, check me out. Yeah, I'm just Ken, baby.
Cool. And here we have Here Without You by Three Doors Down.
Oh yeah, yeah.
This was on the first compilation album I ever bought. I think the album was called Here Without You. There's a bunch of different bands.
And I dream about you all the time. I'm here without you, baby. You're still with me in my dreams.
Mixing. Love it. I don't necessarily like any of these songs. I'm gonna give it to 2004. Okay, so there's a little bit of a spectrum for me with songs. So you have kind of like the songs you can listen to forever, and they're really interesting and nice, but usually they're not the biggest hits. And then you have the biggest hits that are like they're in your brain immediately, and the second time you hear them, you're like, I'm already tired of this. And I feel like Here Without You is there. I'm Just Ken, it's not on the scale at all. A lot of my favorite songs, like Bohemian Rhapsody, is overplayed to the point now where people know it by heart. But that would be an example of a song like every time you listen to it, you learn something new, or like there's little details to find. I don't think there's a lot to find in Here Without You. I just think it's kind of a flat song, but it's catchy. It was a big hit. I'm giving it to them, but I'm not happy about it. Here we have Houdini by Dua Lipa for 2024.
I come and I go. Prove you got the right to please me. Everybody knows. Catch me or I go Houdini. If you're good enough, you'll find a way. Maybe you could cause a girl to change. Do you think about it night and day?
Yeah, I think that's a cool song. It's got this kind of bass thing that goes over and over that can kind of, I don't get a little grating for me after a while, but it's really cool. And for 2004, we have Toxic by Britney Spears, which is just one of the best pop songs and pop productions of all time.
With a taste of your lips, I'm on a ride. You're toxic, I'm slipping under. Taste of a poison paradise.
There's so many iconic sound design things here.
Know that you're toxic.
Oh, that freaking guitar too. So lit. So if I gotta select one of these, it's gotta be Toxic. What a banger. It's just stood the test of time so well, I think. One of my favorite Britney Spears songs for sure. So for 2024, we have Whatever,
Kygo.
X Ava Max.
Getting over you, but that's just what I had to do. Whatever, we were never good together. I'll be here and you say
What?
that. Truth is, I never cared. Whatever,
They sampled the Shakira song?
2 years that ain't forever. I'll be here and you say that. Won't see me cry no tears.
Felt super derivative, to be honest. One of those times where the pop music industry really feels like a business, you know? We're just like, okay, this feels very thought out. People already have the song in their heads. It's been proven to be catchy. They're just kind of doing it again. Fine, but I don't have to be excited about it. And here we have 2004 Call on Me by Eric Prydz, which I'm sure I'm going to have to eat my words again now because this is probably a sample of something, but this is a classic. Can't look at this. To be honest though, this song freaking slaps. It's weird because I feel like it's very repetitive, but I don't get that tired of it. How's this? This is so explicit for the era. I'm doing it. I'm giving it to Call on Me. I mean, it's a banger song. Music video is amazing. Bonus points for the music video. Love that. And here we have Rise, Get a Guitar for 2024. I've never heard them before. Rise is a K-pop group formed by SM Entertainment. Many articles and sources such as Apple Music has named them a group to keep an eye out for in 2024. Get a Guitar is currently their most streamed song.
Tell me why you play me like it. Still loving all what you know, baby.
It's kind of cool. I like it. It's got that BTS like feel, but this production's interesting.
If it's
more 80s.
something to play with, get a guitar.
I had fun with that. I think that's the best thing K-pop can do for me in general. They can have good lyrics and stuff, obviously, but because the accents can be, at least to me, a little bit funny sometimes. I think sometimes when they try to do something very sincere and not fun, it can get a little bit weird, but for something like this, love it. And for 2004, we have Let's Get It Started by the Black Eyed Peas. This is a banger.
Everybody, let's get into it. Get stoked, get it started.
Sounds so good.
Let's get it started. Let's get it started.
A lot of these Black Eyed Peas things was super sampled. We kind of never realized. I don't know about this one.
Let's get it started.
Since I liked Get a Guitar so much on the first listen, I kind of had to give it to them. So another point for 2024. I do like Let's Get It Started a lot. For 2024, now we have Stick Season by Noah Kahan.
Didn't it's half my fault, but I just like to play the victim. I'll drink alcohol till my friends come home for Christmas, and I'll dream each night of some version of you that I might not have, but I did not lose. Now you're tired tracks and one pair of shoes, and I'm split in half, but that'll have to do.
For 2004, we have Everything by Alanis Morissette. What a 90s look. Are they on a green screen? I don't know, that felt like a B-side. I think this one's gotta go to Noah. Alanis has some stronger songs for sure. That one was like background music, you know, nice. For 2024, we have Greedy by Tate McRae. Potentially the biggest song recently, I think.
Can't you tell that I want you? I say it. I would want myself. Baby, please believe me. I'll put you through hell. Just know me.
So I recently learned a bit more context about this song. So apparently the old Timbaland music was going viral on TikTok. So they made a Timbaland style song. This production is very close to Timbaland's Promiscuous, which I talked about in this video where I've reviewed some of the top Spotify songs. So for 2004, we have Beyonce's Naughty Girl. Kind of sounds like the Sam Smith Kim Petras song. Phrygian scale, I believe. I'm gonna give it to Greedy, I think. To me, it's just the stronger song of these two. The whole Phrygian scale up and down thing, it has a tendency to sound a bit samey. It's just when people use that scale, they don't do enough with it. I feel like it always just kind of sounds similar. For 2024, we have Cruel Summer by Taylor Swift. Who's that? Never heard of her. Is she popular? Originally released in 2019 as part of the album Lover, Cruel Summer started seeing a resurgence in 2023 after becoming part of the set list for the Eras tour. It reached #1 on Billboard at the end of 2023 and is still charting.
Devils roll the dice, angels roll their eyes, and
I haven't seen this music video. Huh. What an aesthetic. It's like I'm watching 20 Instagram posts. I like that song. It's nice. Here for 2004, we have Mad World by Gary Jules and Michael Andrews. This cover version of Mad World was released in 2001 and was part of the soundtrack for the movie Donnie Darko. The song received some attention, but it wasn't until 2003 it was re-released as a single and charted at #1 in the UK. The popularity was carried into 2004.
And I find it kind of funny.
Very sad song.
Find it kind of sad.
They filmed this on a potato. On their Sony Ericsson with the camera attachment put in bottom.
When people run in circles, it's a very, very mad world.
I like Cruel Summer. Mad World is a totally different vibe. I might have to give this one to Mad World, to be honest. Taylor has better songs to my ears. It's not going to stand out like the other Taylor Swift hits. Maybe it's the reason why it didn't become huge until the Eras tour. Okay, so the score is 7 for 2024 and 7 for 2004. Click here for the review video I kept talking about called The Top 10 Songs Are Shocking. It's got me talking about a bunch of the songs in this video. I'm also demonetized because I show music videos. So if you want to support me on Patreon, please do. I'll see you in the next video. And here's a Swedish song. Jag vill vara din Margareta.